7 to 8 p.m. Sport On with Thabiso Mosia.
Yeah, I think it's not the first goal what we make. So, yeah, but the team they improve in the training session. They want new inputs, and we have a player, Mamela. They make a great game. Yeah, they find a solution now. This was I saw this in the TV, but I watched this in the TV now. It's for the great passes between the lines. It's not so easy, and he work against the ball, and Mango. It's now. I don't know what he drink the whole week. I don't know what he do the whole week, but he works hard. He works against the ball. The whole team work against the ball, and that is the success what we have in the moment. Yeah, but we have 4 games. It's not a lot of games. Yeah, we have a work for us, and I think the team is ready for this. They want the input, and then we saw bad things in the game today. Yeah, that's in my philosophy. But what the team in the moment make, it's great. It's good.
We made a very big tactical mistake on the goal, big one, where my central midfielder went out to go press far, and the ball was put just where he just left. And Mamela is smart. He came in with a 10 between the lines, but one of my centre backs should have followed him and made 2v2. But they both retreated, and he's clever. He knows how to pass the ball. And then he put Mango through, and then that's it, But that's about all. I don't know if there's much I could say on. We knew that they have problems with set pieces, and we bombarded them with those free kicks and corner kicks. But I mean, how many times you could try, and then the luck was not our side.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us on SAFM Spot On, everybody. I am Thabiso Mosia, and Katlego Modiba is the producer of the show. Sylvester Commander, the technical producer. Well, those clips we played were from last night's Absa Premiership match between Pirates and Sundowns, won 1-0 by the Buccaneers in an explosive encounter in Orlando. Well done to everybody that turned out there to make it such an electric atmosphere. I know the match is being overshadowed by comments made by Sundowns coach Pitso Musimane about showboating or La Decima. So we thought in the midst of all this, let's not forget that there was actually a cracker of a game, and sometimes we tend to lose sight of the action on the field, and we always like to focus on the sensational stuff that will get reaction or get people talking. So that's why we thought, let's play the coach's views on the game and just find out how they saw it, what went right for Pirates, what went wrong for Sundowns. And we heard from Joe Zinbauer of the Buccaneers, who's now won 3 of his 4 matches, and Sundowns coach Pitso Musimane, who blamed the lack of concentration for the Pirates goal there. And if you were there, you can also give us your thoughts on the game on WhatsApp, voice note 061 4104 107, or you can SMS us on 41391. But that's not what we're doing on the show tonight. On the show this evening, it is my pleasure and honor to say that we are joined in studio by arguably one of the best strikers that this country has ever seen. I don't even want to say one of the best foreign strikers that this country has ever seen, because he played most of his football here in South Africa. He's a man who bangs in the goals for fun. He's still banging them in the Glad Africa Championship. He rose to prominence here in South Africa with 35 goals in all competitions in one season for Kaizer Chiefs, the only player to be top scorer in the PSL twice. I don't think I'm wrong there. I tried to check that, but I haven't seen anybody else that's been top scorer twice. If there was, please let us know. But the only one that I have seen that I know of during my time in watching football is Collins Mbesuma, and he's here in studio with us. And guess what? He is still scoring goals in the first division. He scored 5 in his last 6 for Amatax, where he plays now under coach Zipho Dlangalala. And we're going to have a conversation then with the man they call Ntofondofo, or King David in Zambia. That's what they refer him to as King David there. It's a reference from what I was told when I was in Zambia, that it's a reference to King David in the Bible, and that's how highly they rate Collins Mbesuma. And then we will also try towards the end of the show and just get a review of day 1 of the first test between the Proteas and England in PE. The visitors there have won the toss and elected to bet first, and they went to stumps on 224 for England. So I would think that they're the happier of the two dressing rooms. But up next, Collins Mbesuma is here. I can already see the tweets. They are coming in. Please send those voice notes if you want to hear from Collins Mbesuma, if you want to share any memories that you have of Collins Mbesuma. Our number once again for voice notes on WhatsApp is 061 4104 107, or you can call us if you want to speak to the man himself, 0891 104 207, and our SMS number is 41391.
Thabiso Mosia on SAFM.
Well, I mentioned Collins Mbesuma is here in studio, and the reaction has been amazing on social media. Sandile says you have one of the greatest players in the PSL era. Please ask him what is his highlight of his career. Somebody else says Ntofonto for the legend himself. No one better than him that I have ever seen. Someone says top player, top striker, Collins Mbesuma, and he is here with us. King David, good evening. Thank you for joining us on SAFM, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Andy. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, listeners.
Let's talk about the name King David firstly, because a lot of South Africans might not know it. I was in Zambia the other year, in Ndola, and they were talking about King David, how much they respect you.
In Ndola?
Yes, I was in Lusaka and in Ndola, actually.
Yeah,
and
Ndola is where I was born.
That's where you were born?
Yeah, and I moved to Luansha
yeah,
when I was a baby. Yeah.
Is that where the name comes from? They say it comes from the Bible.
No, that King David, yeah, you know, it's a long story, but I'll make it short. Yeah, there's things happen in life I didn't know, and I went through the pastor, the churches, and through that I was a fighter throughout my career. I'm a fighter. So now that the King David name came. Yeah, you know, like when I came to Kaizer Chiefs, yeah. From after Kaizer Chiefs, wherever I go, they don't give me a chance. You know, like from Kaizer Chiefs talk again, I went to Europe. Also in Europe, they were expecting 35 goals. Immediately. Yeah. So I said, no problem. I have to fight because what I did, what the people expecting. So after Europe, I came to Sundown. Also, they expect immediately Mbesuma alive.
35 goals.
They don't matter what condition is the player. I came with an injury when I came to join Sundown from Europe. They didn't care about injury. They didn't even care, let's look after him and what. No. Mbesuma must score. And this is the joke. There's some. Okay, I was at Islands Park.
Yes.
I went to operation and I went to the stadium and watching one of our games. I was with the crutches. And the one soccer fan come. Mbesuma, why are you not playing? You're supposed to score. But
your crutches.
But you can see.
But that's the standard that you've set for yourself, Collins Mbesuma. You did so much that's what people are expecting. But you haven't stopped scoring. 5 goals in 6 games for Amatax.
Yeah, and my record, it can say it itself. The games I play, the goals I score. I think I sat down. I played. I think 10 games. I scored 5 goals. I went to Golden Arrows. You know, like
you scored 18 and 43 at Golden Arrows. I think we checked that.
If we check proper the games they say I played, the teams I played, they are not correct.
Is it?
They are not correct.
Are they more?
No. They are less.
I
scored more goals.
And you scored more goals.
More goals.
So they're saying you played more games, but you played less.
I played less.
It's still a good record. 18 and 43. That's almost a goal every second game. And then You had aces.
Yeah.
Top goal scorer.
Yeah, and I thank God, for my career. Without him, I can't be here today. And I think it's a passion I have for football. I have passion, I don't, like right now, I don't set alarm in the morning to wake up. No, I don't set alarm.
To go to training?
No. I
wake up.
I just wake up. I said, no, I have training tomorrow. I just wake up.
And you go? And
I go to training.
At your age?
Yeah.
How does it feel to have become the top goal scorer twice? Because you were top goal scorer in the league at Chiefs with 25 and then aces with 14. Is it something that's special to you?
Yeah, I think as a striker, it's very special. It's not easy because every team is targeting on you. If you give him chance, even when I'm playing, sometimes I feel like they always talk like, hey, don't let him 10. Don't let him do this. Hey, go in front of him. So I always, that's why I say I have to work hard. And people, they don't know how I'm still going, I'm still scoring goals. It's not easy. I do some, even my kids, with my kids, I do extras with my kids.
Training.
Because also they said, we want to be better than you, daddy. So I said, okay, let's go and train together. In the afternoon, we train with my kids. We train together. I train with them.
Are they the ones at vets?
Yeah, they are at vets. Yeah.
Are they strikers?
Well, the other one is attacking midfielder. The second one is striker. Yeah.
Even now you come from training, you just came to fetch them?
Yeah, I was with them as vets, then I came. Yeah.
So would you encourage them to take up football professionally?
It's up to them. And what I'm worried of is wherever I'm with them, people say, are you going to be better with than your father? So it's already a pleasure for them. So sometimes I ignore them. I tell my wife to take them, to remove that pleasure. Because it's always, hey, do you know your father?
Yes.
Do you know your father does this? Do you know? So they might, I want them to be free.
Yes, and enjoy the football.
Thank you.
What's working for you at Tuks? I mean, you scored against JDR, TTM, Swallows, Cosmos, Royal Eagles. That's 5 in 6 games.
Yeah, I think we have a good team, good coach. It's a good coach. Is open for everyone, and I think we have a good relationship, management and the coach, and I feel more relaxed. I feel more to play like my game. The way we play. I think I'm enjoying it, and when I was at Maccabi, when he came, the first thing I think I asked the coach, said, my style of play, you guys are gonna like it? And the coach says, no, we know how we play. I've been following your games. So from there I said, okay, now this is a team me to be.
And he likes playing the ball, Coach Zippo, eh?
Yeah,
he likes playing football.
He likes to play. He doesn't like kick and run. He likes to play.
How good are those youngsters at Tuks? Atenkosi, Mashatsi, Nyaope. Are they
no, they are on. I think if they can be disciplined and be humble, they will go far. Because football is in them. No doubt. Football in them. And they work hard and they know where Tuks we want to be next season. So that's why I think it's working for us. Yeah.
Well, as you can imagine, people are already calling, wanting to speak to Collins Mbesuma, and we've just started. The lines are open, 0891 104 207. If you want to send a voice note on WhatsApp, it's 061 4104 107. We've got a caller from PEMZ. I'm coming to you immediately after this quick break.
For the story behind the action, catch Thabiso Mosia weekdays at 7 p.m.
Let's go straight to the lines then. Z in PE, good evening. Thanks for calling us.
Thabiso Mosia, I'm Kaya Wasibai.
I'm Kai.
let me speak to Ndofo Ndofo.
He's listening.
Ndofo Ndofo, what is your secret, you guys in Zambia? You've got Barbara there, who was also good, right? And then the late Dennis Lauter, right? And then the guy who was a soldier there called Christopher Katongo. And then there's you.
Yeah,
you broke the record of Fanny Madida at Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
What is your secret? There's a guy Sean or something in Paris who used to play for Paris. Now, deadly strikers. Are you guys, or were you guys chasing hares or animals in Zambia?
Thanks for that one. Mzi, what is your secret, Collins Mbesuma?
No, I think there's no secret. We just hunger, you know. Like back home, when they say you're a striker, yeah, for sure you have to score goals. You can't hide in the bush and what. So we train on that. We train to be a striker. And we work hard. We do extras. Like, I'm a striker, so wherever I'm going to go, they're going to expect me to score goals. Yeah. So there's no secret. We'll find out if I go back, when there's one reporter say Mbesuma is going to score 40 goals. I didn't fight him. And I think that thing pushed me. It pushed me and to go like to score more goals. And after I scored 35, if I'm not mistaken, and he came and said, "You remember that article?" I said, "But it's you." You know.
And you were almost there, 40.
Yeah, but and if including the national goals, I was 39
for that whole season.
The whole season, we see my national team Zambia. I scored 39.
But there's a big debate. Z said you broke Fanny Madida's record, but Fanny Madida was here, and he says you didn't break his record. Where do you stand in this debate? Because Fanny says he scored all his goals in South Africa. You also played continental football.
No, I didn't come here for debate. If people, I leave that for, I don't know. I scored 35.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's end of story. I'm a striker, I scored 35. So if there's something else, not me.
You still scored the goals.
Thank you.
Which was incredible, by the way. We've got on the line Coach Zippo Dlangalala. Coach Zippo, good evening.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us on SAFM.
No, I'm working out.
How are you, Coach?
Good evening, Thabiso, and the listeners.
I'm Rishan, Coach. I thought you're resting, you're sleeping.
You're the one that's supposed to be sleeping, Collins. You are the player. Coach, talk to us about the decision to bring Collins Mbesuma to Tuks, because he tells us that when you wanted him when he was at Maccabi, he wanted to make sure that you understand his style of play and if he will fit to your philosophy, because we all know your philosophy of playing positive football.
Thanks, Travis, once more. And congratulations to Collins for getting an interview at FM. We've been here years. We never get this opportunity. But
I knew it.
I wouldn't expect myself to be talking when he's in the studio. Really, football is about the players. However, now that you want me to say something, I will say with all respect that we play this game. We can only go as far as the quality of the players we have. So he is one of the players that we needed to provide the quality that he is. Somebody did ask sometimes, but Collins is old. I said, yes, football doesn't get old in anyone. So if you have the basic techniques, technically speaking, if you have the right elements, you will play. You may be slow, you may be disinterested and so on as you grow, because there are more responsibilities. So he brings everything that we need. He scores goals. He doesn't score goals. He makes other players score goals. That's why I appreciate. Because I know him when he was trained. By the way, I know him before he came to South Africa to play for one of the clubs here the first time he played. So it's a quality, it's a talent that some of us have privileges to have seen certain players. For example, I know the player called Messi. I know you make under 20 tournaments live, not on TV. So sometimes you become lucky to see the real quality at a very young age, and that quality cannot go down; it can only go up. So that's why he's here. He's a big player for us. Not the size of the kid, he's a big player.
And I would think so too, because you've got some youngsters there, the future of South African football there at Tuks. I mean, you've got Matlatsi, you've got Atenkosi, you've even got Dumisani, the goalkeeper there. What kind of an influence then is Collins Mbesuma? Or how important is it to have a Collins Mbesuma when you've got these youngsters, even Mohamed is there, when you've got these youngsters in your team?
Yeah, and many others that you mentioned on another show.
Yes.
But look, we have an AFCON champion. Colin Mbesuma won the AFCON Cup with the national team. I'm not sure in our setup how many clubs, teams have players that are carrying the gold medal from the African competition, the biggest African competition. So that is not something we take lightly. That's something that motivated me to talk to him. I know his character, and now that he's at the age that he's in, and I also know what might be the limitations. That is for me and him to deal with, not for me to sort of now, because then I'm arming the opponent. So this is the value that we have. We have someone here who has won the championship in the local league and outside, who has won the biggest competition in Africa, coming and playing with us. That is a big factor for us, and he knows it, we respect it, and everything like that, because it also means for me and him, he must be in front. He cannot be behind, because the players must amass themselves around him. They must give him the game that he likes, which he enjoys, I hope, but not from me, from the teammates that he plays with. So we, as the amateurs of the University of Pretoria Football Club, we are very privileged to have him, and we will want him to influence us positively, and it is happening, and we are pleased with it.
That's great to hear, Coach Zipudlangalala. Thank you very much for weighing in and for joining us here on SAFM. We apologize for the line, but I'm sure we could hear what he was talking about. Everybody wants to get to the question about Chiefs, and I'm going to get to the question about Chiefs because there are so many questions. But I want to clear something here, Collins. Is it true that your father was also an international footballer?
Yes, he was Francis Gajia.
Francis Gajia.
Yeah, and I think I never watched one of his games, but yeah. It's a long story. So yeah, he was Zambia national team, Green Buffaloes. Yeah.
And is it you're saying that it's a long story? Is that why then you decided to use your stepfather's surname? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say
it's a long story.
Yeah, it's a long story. So, but yeah, we before he passed on, yeah, we had a close relationship. Yeah. And I think we talked, yeah, but some I can't say on the...
No, that's fine. Yeah, so. I just wanted to confirm. So it's clear that it's in the genes, this thing. It's in the blood, this football thing. Now, everybody wants to know, firstly, before we get to your best ever season, that's what everybody wants to know. How did you come to Chiefs? Was it because of your exploits for Zambia's youth teams?
Yeah, I think, and before I came to Chiefs, I was playing a left back. I was number 3. Like seriously.
for Rowan United.
From Lone United. Lone United, I play main numbers. Yeah, I was even holding midfielder. I was even a defender. I was even a goalkeeper.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in the Premier League. Lone United, I was a second goalkeeper.
Wow.
And when they called me for under 23 national team, I was a left back. We went to Nigeria or Africa games. Yeah. And I started there. I think I played 2 games as a number 3. So Christopher Katongo and Songwe Chalo, they were our strikers.
Yes,
so they got malaria, I think, from the water we were drinking there. So the coach says, Mbesuma, go. And we were playing 3rd and 4th against Ghana. I remember that. And I scored on that game. We won 1-0. So we came back. And immediately we played against South Africa under 23 in Potchefstroom.
Yes.
I scored. I think again we won here 1-0. We went back to Zambia. It was home and away. We went to Zambia and I scored the winning goal. We won 2-1. And after that, I think either Chiefs saw me. That's the time I came to Kaizer Chiefs.
Wow.
So like to play number 9, like complete number 9.
You started at Chiefs?
At Chiefs.
Oh, and all that time, that was when guys were trying to qualify for the Olympic Games for Athens 2004.
Yeah.
And then you came, and then
yeah.
That is an incredible story. And
no, God is good, yeah.
Everybody wants to know, I mean, is it safe to say you enjoyed your best football at Chiefs?
You know, when you're young, you don't enjoy your football. I'm telling you. Because I didn't know. I just know, okay, I have to score. But how, like playing-wise, I was not matured enough. Because when I came, that 6 months, I was 19, like turning 20. So I got injured, I think, first go. And the second season, that's the time I started scoring. So, really enjoying. I can't even remember. But when the time goes on, when I grow up, like now I can say I'm enjoying my football. I'm enjoying. Because I know, like Coach said, he won't have much stress about me.
Yes.
He won't sleepless night. Like, I know. There is something I know already because I'm experienced. I know, like, I have to carry the boys. I have to, to help the young ones. So at least I know that right now I'm enjoying my football than before.
Wow. And on that note, I mean, that season you scored 35 goals in all competitions at Kaizer Chiefs. When you came here, did you know about Chiefs and how big they were?
No.
You didn't?
I didn't know anything.
And then when you got here?
I didn't know anything.
Were you shocked?
No, and that's why I'm saying, like, when you're young, like, just, okay, Kaizer Chiefs, okay, yeah, it's a... when you start now, I start knowing, like, after that, I start knowing Chiefs properly. I said, oh, wow, it's a big team, it's what? Yeah, and I respect that, good people then, good players had, good, like, experienced players who were Johnny Moshu, Patrick Mabed, I can mention all team.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't, like, when you're young, you don't think. You just do things, But when I started growing up, now I started following, okay, Chiefs is like this, or, they are big team in South Africa, big brand. So, yeah.
You were so good, you had a song. There were even songs about you. Do you remember the one by Mr. Patko Mafan? Because that was very popular.
I watched Somlandila.
Somlandela. Mr. Patko Mafani, good evening.
Here we go.
Mbesuma.
Somlandela. Mbesuma. Somlandela. Ewashia. Ama defender. Mbesuma. Somlandela.
You are gonna make the men cry, Patko Mafani. Was it that good, Patko, that you had to compose?
I'm humbled.
Was it that good, Mr. Mafani, that you had to compose a song for him? Sure. And good evening, sir.
Good people.
Yeah. Good evening, gentlemen, and thanks for having me on the show.
Good people.
There you have the last all-out goal-getter that Kaizer Chiefs have had since the arrival of at least Musonda and now the arrival of Kokotapiano. Nekovic, yeah. And for me, to rearrange that song, because you will remember that this was a church chorus.
Yes.
Yes. And I rearranged that and I did it for Collins Mbesuma. I did it, but beyond doing it for Collins Mbesuma, I did it for Amakosi faithfuls, because those days there were PROs. We used to travel around the country and beyond in other countries, Botswana, Lesotho, Swaziland, Zimbabwe, all these places, setting up supporters branches and also telling them about the new signees at Kaizer Chiefs. And that season, 2003-2004 season, we had this player that Bobby had seen in Potchefstroom at the under-23 Olympics game.
it's not only Bobby that saw Collins Mbesuma. Jomo Sono also saw Collins. But I think we beat Jomo with the signature of Collins. And when because we were hurting at Kaizer Chiefs, it was painful because we had just lost the signature of Peter Ndlovu. You will appreciate that Peter Ndlovu had been playing in England, and we brought him. We are the ones that brought him to South Africa and put him at one of the top hotels in Sandton, and only to have Sundowns snatching him while we put him at the hotel, you know. and so we had lost on that deal, you know. We lost on the deal of the Zimbabwean Express, Peter Ndlovu. But when we signed Collins Mbesuma, and after I had seen a few moves about Collins Mbesuma, I said, there goes the Zimbabwean Express to usher the Zambian Buffalo. and that was my press release, and we had our Zambian Buffalo. And I remember one of his very first games at the old FNB Stadium, the Telkom Charity Cup, Kaizer Chiefs versus Black Leopards.
Yeah.
And Ntofontofo got the ball by the center line. He carried about 6 to 7 Black Leopards players, beating them all before scoring that goal. And that is the day, I don't know, Ntofontofo, if you remember that, because
I remember
Ntofontofo comes on SAFM, a big national radio station, and he says, he did not enjoy his football at Chiefs.
No, I didn't say I didn't enjoy. It was my best. You know, like, I'm coming, but, you know, when you get matured, you understand football more. Yeah. I didn't say I didn't enjoy. Yeah.
Now when you look back, it was good times.
Definitely, yeah.
You're an old man now. Whoever signs will not get the best of you.
Never.
You know, we got the best of Ntofontofo when he was 19 years. I mean, what else do you want? And that is why he went on to score 35 goals. I need to pause for a moment, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
And pay tribute to the late Ted Dumitru.
Yes, sir.
I've never seen a coach that can work with the abilities of a player like Ted. Ted will put aside his game plan and work around what is best for that particular player. And so I remember beating Moroka Swallows in Durban at Kings Park. And these are the days before there was Moses Mapita. and I remember Ted instructing Ntofontofo to switch and play on the right because he's left-footed. His strong foot is the left one. And Ntofontofo would switch to the right, and Rowan Fernandez would see Ntofontofo. And because we had very good goalkeeper coaches at Kaizer Chiefs, our goalkeeping department was the best in the country. And so distribution with Brian Baloy and distribution with Rowan Fernandez, and as you can see even with Itumeleng Kune today, distribution was one of our deadliest weapons. And
okay, just hold that thought, Patko. I don't want you to get cut off here by when we go to an ad break. We're going to let you finish just after this quick break.
At SAFM Radio and at Thabiso Mosia on Twitter.
People are still shocked, Collins, that you were a defender, a left back. They're saying, so Kaizer Chiefs signed a defender in Collins Mbesuma. But so apologies about that, sir. You know how radio works. This system's cut us off now automatically. But you were giving praise to Ted Dumitru. And on that note, I mean, where is Collins Mbesuma's place in the list of some of the greatest players to have played for the Glamour Boys?
Well, I think for me, you know, and I'm speaking under correction, but I mean, I've followed Kaizer Chiefs when I was a young boy. Even when Skara Tintua was a striker at Kaizer Chiefs, even when Max Maponyane was a striker at Kaizer Chiefs, even when Shane McGregor was at Kaizer Chiefs, I was following Kaizer Chiefs. And that's exactly where Collins Mbesuma rates in as far as the best goal getters at Kaizer Chiefs. If all the defenders in the league, they knew if you wink, if you make any mistake, Collins Mbesuma is going to punish you. And the game I was talking about in Durban, he squeezed the ball between the Nigerian goalkeeper, Morocco Swallows Nigerian goalkeeper, I've forgotten his name. Greg Itapia. He squeezed the ball between Greg and the upright pole. And Greg could not believe because the rest of the poles were empty. And yet, instead of Collins exploiting the space, he squeezed it right there. And we won that game 1-0. Gavin Hunt had not slept the whole night planning Collins Mbesuma. He was planning Mbesuma the whole night. I've never seen a striker like Ntofo Ntofo. And for me to suggest to the DJs every home game at FNB Stadium for us to play pitch black afro Ntofo Ntofo. And that actually did something to him. It did something to our supporters. Every time Collins would score, I would signal to the DJ to play pitch black afro Ntofo Ntofo. Yo.
And you should see him.
Those days there was vibe at the stadium.
On that note, Patko, we're going to have to let you go, but somebody says, please, can you bring Patko back? This is Zico Smith on Twitter. Can you please bring Patko back to talk about the current state of teams' PROs? Is that a conversation you're willing to have with us, Patko?
Yeah, that would be fine. We could look at that, and you will tell me when you want us to do that.
Definitely, and I also want to talk to you about that post that did the rounds on New Year's there, where you were saying, why are people taking a break from football? You want football on Christmas, so we can talk about that also.
Absolutely, Thabiso. Yes, absolutely.
Great stuff. Patko,
Big boss. May you live long. May you live long.
Thank you, my brother.
You are a legend,
you, man. You know, I feel you. Even now, there's a big gap for Ntofo. If we could take away 15 years off your age, you know what I'm saying?
And please go back to Amakos.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Did you hear what he said, Patko? Did you hear that, Patko? Patko?
Yeah.
Did you hear what Colin said?
No. What did he say?
And please go back to Amakos. Go.
Well,
that crowd needs you.
I think that's a letter to the chairman. He's addressing it to the chairman, Thabiso.
Great stuff, and I know they're listening. They listen to the show, so there you have it. Then Collins Mbesuma has spoken. Who else needs to speak if Collins Mbesuma speaks? Let's go to some of the voice notes. Thanks, Patko. We'll bring you back. So it's an honor for us to speak to you, by the way.
I'm a defender, Mbesuma. Yo, Mbesuma was great, guys. Yo, Thabiso and Katleho, you are doing things to us, guys. Yo, Mbesuma was good. Like, yo, Mbesuma was good. Those were the days at Kaizer Chiefs. No, Mbesuma was one of the best strikers who played in our league. Mbesuma is one of them. You know, his record, he broke even Fanima Dipa's record. If I'm not lying. He was very, very, very good. Yo, Mbesuma. Thank you, Zico Smith from Macau.
Thank you, Zico. Mbesuma is getting emotional. Keep them coming. WhatsApp 061-410-4107. We're going to make him cry tonight. Mbesuma, on that note, everybody says you are great. But then they say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. You are also one of 5 players to score 100 goals in the PSL. Do you know who the others are?
What?
You are 5. There are only 5 of you.
Is it not a Vete?
Nomvete is there, you're right.
Maputi?
Maputi is there, you're right. Maputi Kanyeza.
The other, I don't know. The other 2.
Mambush, Daniel Mudau is there. And the other one, Tiko Pukuan.
Oh, Tiko.
From Mozambique. Mozambique,
yes.
Yes.
Tiko.
That is unbelievable. I mean, 100 goals. You can see you are in great company here. Do these stats and these records mean a lot to you?
Yeah, the record doesn't lie, and I thank God, without God, and if I hear from voice notes and from Patko, the legend, I get emotional now, and it's not easy, to get to. You have to go through a lot, ups and down, in football. There's some other where I was, they say, no, you can't play anymore, though you can't win. You know, but I focused. I said, no, I'm great. If I can score 35, why someone come and tell me it's not good enough? I keep going. As long as God is on my side, I'll keep going. Yeah.
Let's go through the voice notes again. They are coming through thick and fast. Do we have one ready?
Thabiso here in Mosul Bay. No, I'd just like to say long life to Ndofo, and he thrilled us on the field of play, and may his career continue on the upward trajectory. And man, Greg Chafia Umazi, Mbesuma from any angle.
Hi, evening there, Thabiso. You have a deadly striker in the studio. You cannot relax while Mbesuma is on the field. Even if he's not scoring, he's creating goals. I've seen him play there at Maccabi. Hey man, every game when he comes in, there's an impact. Now it starts scoring late goals, early goals. Mbesuma, top striker, Thabiso. Tulan here from Orlando. Thank you.
Thabiso, Patrick here from PE. Even though Collins gave a lot of defenders a sleepless night, but and Patko was relating the nice story about him terrorizing defenders. There's one defender I think that he should have his hand shaken by Collins Mbesuma. That is Tony Chabalala. In that season where he scored 35 goals, he never scored one goal for Pirates against Pirates. And Tony made marking right through. He did all the damages, but he never did it on Pirates. And that for me is key. That even though he's a good player, he only scored against Pirates when he played for Golden Arrows. But when he played for Kaizer Chiefs, he never scored against Pirates. And Tony Chabalala marked him like 100% nobody's business. Great show. Remember.
Thank you, Patrick. And on that note, Tuska Mahole on Twitter says, tell Mbesuma that Tonic is outside. He's waiting for him.
No, you know.
Let's take a break. I'll let you finish.
For credible and comprehensive coverage of South Africa's fast-moving mining industry and the people shaping it, click through to Creamer Media's Mining Weekly. From policy and innovation to market-moving trends, Creamer Media's Mining Weekly keeps your finger on the resources pulse. For even deeper insight, subscribe to our New Look weekly magazine, out every Friday, together with engineering news. Creamer Media's Mining Weekly. Current, credible, comprehensive.
Thabiso Mosia on SAFM.
Okay, let's set the record straight. Collins Mbesuma, they say Tonic Chabalala is outside. You must be scared. Are you scared of Tonic Chabalala?
No. You know, and I think what I can say is everyone asked me about that. Hey, you never score about Friday. You never score. But we had a plan. I said, okay, we're playing against Pirates. I know, the way they analyze the games. So they put like Tonic, but I don't know him I don't know him like really. I just say, okay, this defender is following me. So I have to always create the space for Ujon Moshu, for Skalangoves. I think Skala scored. I think that goal I even have. I was on the side of 18 box, like closer to the corner flag. And it's me. I passed Skalangoves because I had two defenders, I think Tonic and another defender. And I passed across the ball, and Scala came and hit it the volley. And we scored. So it was not about myself. It was about the team.
Oh, so your role was to get Tonic away, drag him because he's following you the whole game.
To leave that space.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's your story, and you're sticking to it.
Definitely. And end of the story. And I'm not a derby player. I'm not. I think people, like even the strikers coming right now, you can't be a derby player, a derby striker. I have to score because it's a derby. I have to score. Make sure I have to score. I have to plan each and every game comes. I have to work hard like each and every game. But now you find out people they score hat trick at the derby, then there's a doubt. It's not me. Me, if the coach says, oh, okay, Mbesuma, that's one is following you, go out from there. I don't, it's a team. So I'm not a one game player. I'm not a dad player. I just play the game. Each and every count is very important for me. I score or I don't score. I have to contribute something for the team.
How important was David Khatebe to you? And how do you describe his role?
It's not David alone. It's a team. It's a team. Everyone say, "Oh, because of David." No, it's not David. David. It's a team. We have quality players overload from defense, goalkeeper. Just starting from coaching staff is not. David was putting. We have everywhere. We had good players. John, all the players, if you can mention them.
It was a teamwork. That's easy.
Teamwork. You can even the goals. If we can review the goals. Some goals, David was not even involved. We just have a good team that season.
And what a season that was, of course. I'm sure we all know because the rest, as they say, is history. Let's go to the voice notes. We've got more.
Good evening. Lunga here from Cape Town. Thabiso, Collins Mbesuma. I am not a soccer follower, but I know that name. My mom was a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, and there were days I'd watch with her, and I know that name very well, and I know the song by Patco. It's very nostalgic, and I like when you bring all the older guys back and we hear their stories. But I'd like to pose something to Collins. He states that he didn't enjoy, and he's trying to correct himself in speaking to Patco, but I feel that all of his experience, what he's doing for the guys in his current team, I wish that platform could be available to all the youngsters going into professional soccer in South Africa, so that they would understand, Uti, the challenges and the pressures, not to succumb to the peer pressure and the pomp and circumstance and the fame. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks for that voice note there. There's also a tweet here that says Collins Mbesuma is so humble that he takes a train to training.
Is that not a clip?
Yes.
Who is that?
I don't know. That's someone that is Rasta.
Rasta.
Do you take a train?
No, yeah. Sometimes I take a train because I stay in Sandton. So I have to go, not to be late. I take a GO train to Pretoria.
What do they say when they see you?
No, normally, I always say where I kept. So they are not sure. Is it Mbesuma? Or and when I'm passing, they say Mbesuma. So when I look, they say, Mbesuma.
The one and only. And then another one here wants to know from Tsika, says, how long do you want to still go on for at the age of 35? You're 35, you're scoring goals in the Glad Africa. How long do you think your legs can carry you for?
No, each and every year comes. I can't say this year, but each and every, I'll see. Each and every, the next year comes. The way I'm feeling, then.
Is it true that you only choose to play for teams in Gauteng? You don't want to go outside Gauteng because of your family?
Yeah. No, after I've been going around a lot. Yeah, I've been going out overseas, come this and this. So now I wanted to be settled one place. I says, okay. I've been moving with my family, and I don't leave my family, but I wanted to settle at one place. Yeah. Okay. But it's not really that, Yeah.
Well, I'm going to end with this tweet from Lindane, who says the guy is really humble. He's very shy. He's very reserved. I used to see him at Virgin Active at the workshop in Durban while he was at Arrows. And I've got to say he is one of the greatest strikers that has ever graced South African football. And he bagged so many goals. Thank you for bringing Collins to studio. Collins, thank you for coming straight after training with your boys. We appreciate it. We wanted to catch up with you, highlight the fact that you are still scoring goals. And I hope that you're encouraged by the love and support that you received from the listeners tonight.
I'm very humbled, and I feel very humbled. The people, they're still following me, and they appreciate what I've done in South Africa. And I'm still, please still keep supporting me. I'm still playing at Amatax.
Let's go watch Amatax. If you want to watch good football, go watch Amatax.
I'm telling you.
Ask Velile Mnyandu about Zipho Dlangalala and his team. They play some amazing football there, and you can see Collins Mbesuma scoring a few goals. That's all the time we have, King David. We can go on for another hour, but we have to leave it there. All the best, sir, and thank you for coming into studio. And it is time for news.
Seven to 8 p.m. Sport On with Thabiso Mosia.
Yeah, I think it's not the first goal what we make. So, yeah, but the team they improve in the training session. They want new inputs, and we have a player, Mamela. They make a great game. Yeah, they find a solution now. This was I saw this in the TV, or I watched this in the TV now. It's what a great passes between the lines. It's not so easy, and he work against the ball, and Mango. It's now. I don't know what he drink the whole week. I don't know what he do the whole week, but he works hard. He works against the ball. The whole team work against the ball, and that is the success what we have in the moment. Yeah, but we have 4 games. It's not a lot of games. Yeah, we have a work for us, and I think the team is ready for this. They want the input, and then we saw bad things in the game today. Yeah, that's in my philosophy. But what the team in the moment